read-a-thons are so hard. So hard. Hey guys, it's Ashley and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm bringing you guys my Superhero-a-thon Wrap Up. So my last video, I did my TBR list for the Superhero-a-thon Read-a-thon, and it was from March 25th to April 8th. I believe those are the dates. I'm pretty sure those are dates. And each prompt was based off of a Marvel superhero, so getting prepared for Infinity War, I guess you could say. And so I thought this was amazing. I was like, oh, I've never done a read-a-thon. I love superheroes. I love Marvel. Let me try this one out. So I went ahead and gave this one a go. And yeah, I didn't do as well as I thought I was gonna do. So yeah. But I wanted to bring you guys my wrap up of what I did read during this read-a-thon and what I got to, what I enjoyed, what I didn't enjoy, and yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So for this read-a-thon, I actually only completed 2 books. So that's not so good. I don't know, I was so pumped when I started this read-a-thon and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna read a whole bunch of books. I'm excited about these. I picked a really good selection of books that I really wanted to read, and I was really getting at it the first week. Like, I was reading every day and I was trying to get through books. But somehow the second week I kind of just like dwindled down, and yeah, I lost all motivation. I don't know what happened. I really don't. Like, I think after I completed one of the books, I was just kind of like, all right, what am I going to read next? And I couldn't get quite excited as I was before about what book to read next. So I don't know. I just kind of dwindled off in the second week, and yeah, I completed only 2 books. So I wanted to share with you guys the 2 that I did complete. And that was for the Stan Lee question, what would Stan Lee do? And that was read a Marvel comic. So I ended up reading The Mighty Thor versus Odin. And I didn't realize that this was the Thor storyline with the woman Thor. Yeah, I didn't realize that until I started reading it. And this is volume 5, so I'm gonna have to start from the beginning because I was a little lost, but it was still a really good story. And yeah, I definitely want to get into this one, so I'm gonna have to look for more of these. And then the second one that I finished was The Person of Color, and that was for Black Panther. And that was Eleanor and Park by Rainbow Rowell. And this was such an weird and interesting book. I think I'm gonna do a separate full review over what I thought of this book. It was not at all what I was expecting. I didn't know much about the plot going into the story. I did know it was based in the 80s, and I did know kind of a little bit about the characters, but it was way more intense, I guess you could say, of a story than I thought it was gonna be. But yeah, I think I'm gonna make a separate total review over this because it was a read. It definitely was. And I actually listened to the audiobook of this one, which is really good. I actually do love listening to audiobooks. It kind of keeps me busy, like in the car or at work. And that's what I did with this one. And yeah, it was really good. And this book is told from both point of views of the 2 main characters. So that was an interesting take too. But again, I'll do a separate video on this. But yeah, so I finished this for The Person of Color. And that's all that I completed. Now, I did start some of the other books. I want to share with you guys the books that I did start for this read-a-thon. The first one is Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. I was reading Chamber of Secrets when I started the read-a-thon, and so I had to finish that one first before I got to this one. This is upside down. I started reading this one, and I think I'm like 3 chapters in. I was like pumped that night when I finished Chamber of Secrets, and I went straight into Prisoner of Azkaban, and then I haven't picked it up since that night. So yeah, I need to finish this. And again, this has been on my reading list for like the past 5 years to get through this Harry Potter series, and I'm just failing, but we'll get there. But I started it, so yeah. And then the next book that I actually started reading was Red Rising by Pierce Brown. I actually started listening to the audiobook of this one. I started listening to it when I went to the gym. I always have my headphones in when I'm at the gym, and I was on the treadmill. And I started listening to it, and then it got really loud in the gym, and I got really annoyed because I couldn't really hear the story, so I turned it off. I'm only like 1 or 2 chapters in, and yeah, I just didn't get to finish it. So that's the other book in the TBR, or in the read-a-thon, that I started and didn't finish. So I had planned on reading all of these for this read-a-thon in 2 weeks. I don't know who told me that I was going to be able to read this many books. How many is this? Let's see. Oh. 10 books total. I don't know who told me I could read 10 books in 2 weeks, knowing I'm a slow reader, but I had every intention of reading all of these books. I really did. It just didn't happen. But again, this was my very first read-a-thon, and I'm gonna give it another shot with another read-a-thon. I don't know which one yet. I know there are plenty out there, so I can find one. But yeah, it was my first one, and I tried. I was actually very proud of myself that I did finish a book. And yeah, so I'm getting somewhere. I'm working on this. I'm trying to be a faster reader. I know you can read at your own pace. I know that's a thing, but I just feel like I have so many books on my TBR that I need to start reading a little bit faster. So yeah, crazy. But that is my wrap up for this superhero read-a-thon. Let me know down below if you guys decided to do this read-a-thon and what you guys got to read or anything. I mean, I just feel like such a failure in this read-a-thon because I only read 2 books. But again, my first read-a-thon, I'm trying. I just, you know, I'm gonna get there. I promise I'm gonna get there. If you guys know of any good read-a-thons that I could try out, please let me know down below. I'm really open to this. I think getting into a read-a-thon motivates me more to read more. So if I can get into some, yeah, let's do that. Cool. Alright, well, if you guys like this video, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!